Welcome to the Honors College Convocation honoring the graduates of the class of 2015. I'm Stacy Williams, Associate Dean of the Honors College. Before we start, please find your cell phones and turn it off. And students, no texting either. We can see it from up here. Thank you. Now, please rise as Bethany Arrington, member of the graduating class of 2015, performs the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you. Please be seated. I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Eric A. Gislason, Interim Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost. Provost Gislason is a graduate of Oberlin College and received his doctorate in chemical physics from Harvard University. He is Professor Emeritus of Chemistry and a leading researcher in chemical thermodynamics. At UIC, he has served in a variety of leadership roles, including Interim Chancellor, Vice Chancellor for Research, Head of the Chemistry Department, and Interim Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. He has authored 130 scholarly publications, received numerous teaching awards, and served on 4 national committees. We are fortunate that Provost Gislason has called UIC home since the beginning of his prolific academic career, and even more fortunate that he has been willing to serve in administrative roles while also doing research and teaching. It is wonderful he is here tonight to see you off, especially since he is one of the founding Honors Council members of the Honors College when it began more than 30 years ago. Welcome, Provost Gislason.
Thank you very much, Dean Williams, and good evening to everybody. On behalf of the entire UIC campus, I welcome all of you, our graduates, their family members, spouses, siblings, and friends. I'm absolutely delighted to see so many of you here this evening. As Dean Williams said earlier, I was a member of the original committee that proposed the creation of the Honors College many, many years ago, before many of you were born. I do take a lot of pride in that, and so I'm glad to be a part of the event this evening. I'd very much like to thank the Dean, faculty fellows, many of whom are behind me on the stage here, staff, alumni, and donors of the Honors College for the support that they provide to the college. I'm also pleased to welcome and recognize our Honors College speakers. First, our keynote speaker, Dr. Diane Primo. She is Chairman and CEO of Interlink Global, a next-generation marketing and content firm. Our student speaker, Mr. Abhinav K. Reddy, is a member of the Honors College, class of 2015, and he is a major in bioengineering. And our alumni speaker, Dr. Rajiv Garg, is a neurologist at Rush University and also an Honors College graduate, just like many of you will be by the end of the evening. So the most important message I have to deliver to our 2015 Honors College graduates is congratulations. You should be very, very proud of yourself. I hope your years at UIC have provided an environment of academic excellence and that you've encountered a diversity of people and ideas to stimulate your thinking. You've been surrounded by students who are also gifted with intelligence and with your sense of discipline. You were taught by the finest scholars who work to help you succeed. Hopefully you found a sense of community and purpose as a valued member of the Honors College, and you will maintain these connections with your fellow honors students as you move through your life. As Honors College students, your tremendous amount of talent contributes greatly to our stature, as an institution of higher learning. All of you have completed a capstone project, and many of you presented at the 2015 Student Research Forum. A number of you have job offers already, or have been accepted into and plan to attend either graduate school or professional school starting in the fall. UIC continues to be inspired by your accomplishments. You serve as role models for other students because of your commitment to learning, service, and volunteerism. We're all enormously proud of you, proud of who you are, who you will become, and what you will contribute to society. Ultimately, the people who make the greatest contributions to society are those who are passionate about their work. So I hope you take the time to find your true passion. The fact that you're here and the fact that you are alumni of the Honors College demonstrates that you are special. We want you to continue to be engaged with UIC and help to support the students who will follow you. So in conclusion, let me say, congratulations again and best wishes to all the graduates and award recipients. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Gislison. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Betty Bottoms, Dean of the UIC Honors College and Professor of Psychology, who will introduce you to the Honors College Class of 2015.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, soon-to-be graduates. I'm so glad to see all of you here tonight at Honors College Convocation, which is a formal celebration of your academic excellence and your achievement, and of course, of your impending graduation. You are the 32nd graduating class of the UIC Honors College. You join more than 5,000 Honors College alumni who precede you and more than 1,500 James Scholars who preceded them. Welcome also to everyone here who has supported you, family, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, and alumni. I'd like all the families and guests to please rise and be recognized. Families, friends, guests. Thank you very much for entrusting your students to us. You should feel very, very proud of them at this moment. Thank you. To all the alumni here with us tonight, welcome home. And to our honored guests who join me here on the stage. First, I'd like all the faculty members of the Honors College to please rise. Thank you for everything that you do to guide these students. Now, everyone else on the stage, all the staff members, the administrators, and the special guests, please rise. Thank you all so much for supporting the Honors College and its students and for being here tonight. And last but not least, graduates, please rise and remain standing for a second or two. So everyone on the stage and out there, I'm very, very proud to present to you this class, the UIC Honors Class of 2015. Each of you has successfully completed all the requirements of the UIC Honors College. The gold stoles that you're going to get tonight signify your commitment to academic excellence, to service, and to leadership. You are true scholars and true leaders. One more round of applause for them. Thank you. Right here in front of you, you have the most impressive scholars ever to graduate from the University of Illinois at Chicago, or really from any university for that matter. They have very high GPAs, reflecting years of very hard work in all of their classes. They are accomplished scholars and researchers. Every one of them has just completed the senior capstone thesis, and they've presented that publicly. They publish journals, all on their own, 6 of them. The Journal of Pre-Health Affiliated Students, the Red Shoes Literary Review, UIC One World, the Ampersand, the Asterisk, and the brand new Interdisciplinary Undergraduate Research Journal. They engage in meaningful public service activities, and they excel in the fine arts. They are also leaders on campus and in the Honors College, in student organizations such as the Society for Future Physicians, the nationally ranked UIC Mock Trial Team, the Honors College Student Leadership Council, and the Honors College Advisory Board, which is known as HCAB. In recognition of the partnership with HCAB, Shivam Thakur, the HCAB president, he's actually been president for 2 years, carried in the Honors College banner just a few moments ago. More than 350 UIC professors serve as Honors College faculty fellows, more than at any time in our history. They execute the college's mission by setting rigorous academic standards, by creating and teaching honors courses, and by mentoring these students. In recognition of this key role, the Honors College banner that led the faculty in tonight was carried by Dr. Roberta Paykoff-Holtzmuller, Associate Professor in the Department of Psychiatry in the College of Medicine. She was last year's Faculty Fellow of the Year. The banners that you see lined up behind me represent all of the UIC colleges, because the UIC Honors College has students and faculty fellows that all have academic homes in each of these colleges across all the disciplines found on our campus. It's now my great pleasure to introduce you all to tonight's keynote speaker, Ms. Diane Primo. She is the founder and chairman of Interlink Global, a forward-thinking public relations and communications firm that works at the intersection of marketing, media, and technology. She received her BA in philosophy from Smith College and her MBA in strategy and marketing from Harvard Business School. Throughout her 30-year career, Ms. Primo has led marketing in organizations such as Ameritech, SBC, CDW, and Quaker Oats. She has done advisory work in real estate and has served as CEO of an e-commerce startup, which is backed by Kleiner Perkins. Given her very extensive business and marketing background, Ms. Primo often participates in conferences both nationally and internationally. For example, she recently served as moderator for the Council on Global Affairs and the Executives Club, and she participated in the G8 Global Summit on women's role in Arab countries. Outside of work, Ms. Primo dedicates time to the issue of homelessness in America. She raises funding for the Primo Center for Women and Children, which is a homeless shelter on the west side of Chicago that she and her husband founded. She also serves on the board of All Chicago, which helped develop the City of Chicago's plan to end homelessness. It's very, very clear that Ms. Primo has truly set an inspiring example as a leader, a creative thinker, and an advocate for the Chicago community. Having her here tonight as our keynote speaker is quite fitting for the Honors College, where our students go above and beyond to seek leadership and community service opportunities that enrich their UIC experience. Welcome, Ms. Primo.
Can everybody hear me? Great. Congratulations, class of 2015. I am so honored to be here today. I truly envy the journey you have ahead of you. I fondly remember my own graduating day in 1977 and the pleasurable feeling of an adventure yet to come. I sense the same feelings of great happiness and pride in achieving this milestone and sadness in leaving close friends and valued mentors. Yet my world was far less complex than yours will be. My world had no cell phones or smartphones, no social media, no DVDs, no microwaves, and no internet. Just prehistoric tools like typewriters, landline phones, pay phones, and libraries. Icons like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates were just starting their vision and their imagination for what would truly be our future, computers and apps. John Lennon, do you remember him? The Beatles, anybody? John Lennon and Elvis were still alive. And Muhammad Ali, the greatest living fighter, was still winning heavyweight championships that year. Terms like climate change and global warming were just being introduced exactly 2 years, I think 3 years earlier than 1977, with the first scientific journal released on the subject. Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google, was a toddler, and Mark Zuckerberg wasn't even born, the founder of Facebook. His parents weren't even engaged at that point. And absolutely no one was talking about global population or other nations, unless negatively. See, the world you graduate into is considerably different. It is far more complex, and it is changing at an unprecedented rate. The pace of change will only compound in the future. I first want to talk about the 5 complexities I believe you'll face as you enter and graduate from the class into the new world. The first is one you've heard Obama talk a lot about, income inequality, growing income inequality. Today, the richest 1% in the world control 50% of the world's wealth. The bottom 50% control less than 1% of the world's wealth. This growing imbalance, and is growing, will create internal, if not global, strife, if not brought back into balance again. The second complexity, job growth, joblessness. Economists predict there will be continued jobless growth. What does it mean? It means that economists expect economic growth without the historical employment growth that accompanies it. And global youth unemployment is 13.1% globally. In the US, it's 12.1%. Age, 15 to 24, and that number is nearly twice the level of pre-recession 2008 levels. Third complexity you'll face, the environment is at risk. There is rising pollution in developing countries, with greenhouse gas emissions being the largest in China, then the US and Europe, followed by India and Brazil. Climate change will cause more severe weather events with deep ripple effects, disease, political unrest, and economic stress. Water is a global issue. It's not being talked about enough. It is a global issue, with continents of Asia and Africa the hardest hit. This is also where the birth rate population growth will be. The resulting poor sanitation and lack thereof cause severe health risks, with the spread of malaria, AIDS, tuberculosis, and Ebola. You will all hear about that. The fourth complexity is leadership and global tensions. You got a lot of big players now. In the old days, it was just America. Now you have visible power struggles going on between large nations, US and Russia, US and China. Suddenly, those players have voices at the table, and they need to be heard. And our global trust in government around the world has never been lower. In fact, global leaders feel we have a leadership crisis in the world. The fifth complexity, ineffective public health systems. The World Bank reports that effective health systems can economically benefit a country. Health creates a more effective workforce, and that workforce is better able to create health environment, a positive health environment for their kids. So those are really the five complexities that you'll deal with as you go in the world that we are all dealing with now and grappling with now. We are not doing a good enough job at solving any of these problems. Indeed, the world's complexity alone is mind-boggling, but its rate of change is also unprecedented. This rate is being driven by technology innovation, mobility, and connectivity, all things that you are familiar with. You will hear a lot about the Internet of Things in the coming year, or should I say the Internet of Everything. It'll be a large part of the change and a large part of the discussion. According to Gartner, a research group, it will connect 26 billion of everyday or not so everyday devices to the Internet. The Internet will be like electricity, running through everything, fundamentally changing the way humans interact. And that interaction has already begun to occur. Today, in Asia, toilets are being sold that analyze your waste and send the results to doctors. Pups are being tagged with Fitbit-like objects, monitoring their exercise level. And robots are being designed around the world. Robotics is booming in the industrial segment and is predicted to cut the manufacturing labor force by 60% over time. Yes, manufacturing jobs will be fewer and require different skills. Jobs seems to be an underlying theme, different skills and underlying themes. So class of 2015, get ready for a bumpy ride. One that has lots of ups and lots of downs. It's going to throw you a lot of curveballs. The world and the 7.2 billion people who are on it will need you. It will take your leadership, your vision and commitment to change to improve it. Your generation has done more to accelerate innovation and raise awareness around planetary concerns than any other, the millennial generation. We have faith that with preparation, you can do much, much more. So please start to prepare yourself for the new world. And for those of you in the room who are totally bored at this point, wake up, because I'm almost done. I'm about to tell you something very, very important. I want you to remember these 7 things and these 7 skills as you go out into the world. These are truly the skills you're going to need, from my point of view. I think that'll be shared by the faculty up here as well. And hopefully you've been working on honing those skills even now. Skill 1, think critically and problem solve. Learn how to capture insights, not just spit back information and data. Insights, what does it mean? How do I look at all this information, pull it together? What does it tell me? What can I glean from that? You want to go beyond the machine. There'll be lots of machines to do a lot of crunching for you. All that hard stuff will be done someplace else. You're going to use that good brain to say, what does all this truly mean? And what can I infer from this? And what should I do as a result of it? You can count on data being a constant part of your life. You hear the term big data? Well, they're collecting data everywhere. They're cutting and slicing and dicing it to give you back information to tell you what to do, where to do, and how to do it, and how people in general can make more money from that data. So even if you're creative, regardless of what you're working on, there'll be some touch point as it relates to data. Do not fear it, embrace it. Number 2 skill, practice idea generation and innovation. Everything will be around ideas and innovation. Start to train yourself to think differently. Remember Jobs said that? Think differently. Try to train yourself to think differently. Practice in a startup environment, if you must, or companies that embrace this, or in the graduate school you're going to go to. Number 3, adapt and be flexible at all times. It's a skill. It's particularly a skill in this day and age. No change is coming. Embrace it and do not get rattled and don't push back. Grow with it. You may well have to retrain yourself from a skill level at least 4 times in your lifetime. Think about that, 4 times. This generation may be retrained twice. The speed of change is so fast, you're going to have to be continually picking up new skills. So this learning process that you're going through today does not end today. You will have to continue to learn as much as you can as you get out there. Number 4, collaborate virtually with each other, but also across borders. The world is so much different than it was when I graduated from school. Every nation will have a voice. Organizations will look fundamentally differently. They'll be structured and placed fundamentally differently. Knowing another culture, your ability to collaborate virtually will be essential. And communicate. Let me stress that I'm not talking about the communication that you now do on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and Vine. I have seen some of that communication. It's fairly blunt, and it will make you no friends in some of these cases. People will want to work for you and with you. So to be very careful about what you say in that virtual world, because they won't see you, they'll just be looking at the words. 5, look globally. America is 5% of the global population. 64% of Americans, and that number may be higher, have never traveled outside of the USA. Yet, birth rate growth will be dominated by Africa and Asia. This means the world will look different. So my advice, if you don't already have one, get a passport, grab a backpack, and travel. Talk to your multicultural buddy who may be next to you or not in this room and start educating each other. And read up on more than Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. You got to know a lot more in this world. Number 6, demand your government and business do the same. These skills that I talk about, they should be implementing. This whole business of collaboration and communication should be something the government is very, very good at. So change the political system if you're not involved, or get yourself involved in the political system. Do not abdicate. This is your future we're talking about. If you need help, join organizations like ourtime.org. They do a great job of taking all the issues with regard to a generation, cataloging them, and pulling together a group of people that actually can touch and speak to the government. Value 7, value others. You will likely be amongst the lucky 2% of the world that control 98% of its wealth. Frightening to think about in my mind, but that's it. Ask yourself, what can you do for the other 98% of the world that needs your help? Because the world will be watching. And you have an obligation to do so. Oh yes, I have one more, even though I said I had 7. I forgot to add YOLO. You only live once, so have fun, enjoy the journey, and work at something you truly love. It really does make a difference. So congratulations to all of you. Job very well done. On behalf of Dean Bet Bottoms, Provost Eric, I hope I get this name right, Gilison? Gilison? How do I do? Okay. And all the faculty of UIC, thank you. We know we leave the world in good hands. As my daughter would say, turn up tonight You go out and have a good party, okay? Because you deserve it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Primo. We appreciate your time here tonight. Now I'd like to welcome to the podium Dr. Sarah Hall, Associate Professor of Germanic Studies, Chair of Moving Image Arts, and Honors College Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. She will present this year's Faculty Fellow of the Year Award.
Thank you, Dean Bottoms. Honors Faculty Fellows are UIC faculty members who are individually assigned to provide personalized advising and mentoring to students from the sophomore year on. Each year, Honors College students nominate one fellow to be honored as Fellow of the Year. This year, 8 fellows were nominated. Mary Jo Ledoux, nominated by Daria Jarsania. David McKernan, nominated by Danya Aceves. Emily Miner, nominated by Prutha Patel. Mrinalini Rao, nominated by Kiran Malhotra. Mitchell Reutman, nominated by Sabrina Velez. And Elizabeth Luntz, nominated by Rhiannon Muncaster. This year's awardee is Professor Alan Schwartz, Associate Professor in the Department of Medical Education in the College of Medicine. Dr. Schwartz is a cognitive psychologist whose most recent book is Medical Decision-Making, A Physician's Guide. He has received the Ray E. Helfer Award for Innovation in Pediatric Education, the Junior Faculty Research Award from the Midwest Society for General Internal Medicine, and 3 UIC Teaching Awards, including the Excellence in Teaching Award, UIC's highest recognition for teaching. 3 students nominated Professor Schwartz for Fellow of the Year: Mohammed Mirza, Love Shah, and Michelle Vu. Their feelings about him are captured by Michelle's statement, who said in her nomination letter about Dr. Schwartz, "Dr. Schwartz challenged me to deepen my understanding as well as find my passion." Unfortunately, Professor Schwartz is unable to join us this evening as he's attending an orchestra performance where his son's original composition is being performed for the first time. But please join me in congratulating and thanking Professor Schwartz virtually for his dedication and the honor of being named Faculty Fellow of the Year. I know all the parents and supporters in the room understand. This year, we're pleased to announce the first winner of a new faculty award, the Capstone Advisor of the Year. This is given annually to one of the many faculty members who guide our students' senior capstone projects. This year, 9 faculty were nominated. Our Dean, Betty Bottoms, who was nominated by Serene Abuzir. Susan Ferrugia, nominated by Williams Camlin. Eric Leshakar, nominated by Ride Pandya. Anna Lizakowski, nominated by Ashutosh Patel. Sanjitha Madhavan, nominated by Taisir Al-Saeed. Neil Madkid, nominated by Maryam Muhammad. Meena Rao, nominated by Alvin George. And Kamal Sharma, nominated by Purvi Desai. The Capstone Advisor of the Year is Professor Pauline Mackey, Professor of Psychiatry and Psychology. Professor Mackey studies the effects of sex hormones and phytoestrogens on cognition, brain function, and psychological well-being in young, midlife, and elderly women. She also serves as the Director of Women's Mental Health Research. Dr. Mackey was nominated by Kiran Malhotra, who said this: "Dr. Mackey has inspired me to continue to do research throughout medical school, and her lessons will help me throughout my career." Please join me in congratulating and thanking Professor Mackey for her guidance and the honor of being named Capstone Advisor of the Year.
Thank you very much, Dean Hall, and congratulations to Professor Schwartz and Professor Mackey. Very well deserved. Next, we're going to recognize every single one of these very special graduates, one by one. So I invite to the podium Ms. Beth Powers, who is Director of the Office of Special Scholarships and Programs. She is going to announce the names of each graduate, And Associate Dean Hall is going to read a sampling of awards that each student has received. And Associate Dean Williams is going to adorn each of you with a gold honors stole.
Nada Abdelrahim.
Cum laude, Fellow Jun Chang, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award.
Mariam Abdullah.
Cum laude, Fellow Huiching Chang, Part-Time Student Scholastic Achievement Award.
Mirjana Abu Khalil.
Cum laude, Fellow Betty Bottoms, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Serene Abuzir.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Gail Mahadi, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Danya Aceves.
Cum laude, Fellow David McKernan, Golden Key International Honor Society.
Diabode Adejumo.
Cum laude, Fellow Sandra Burke, Capital Scholar Finalist, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Munaza Ahmed.
Fellow Ernesto Bungarzoni.
Pawasha Ahmed.
Fellow Mitchell Reutman, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Hayat Alaraj.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Shara Banu Fadavi, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, Honors Academic Distinction Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Murad Al-Qadi.
Cum laude, Chun Tian Wang is the Fellow, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Cassandra Altantokur.
Cum laude, Fellow Susan Levine, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Melpomene Anastasia Arianas.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Mary Dawn Koenig, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship.
Catherine Armitage.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Philip Burton.
Bethany Arrington.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Carl Ulashek, William B. Raffold Scholarship, Wally Memorial Scholarship, Michael Gross Memorial Scholarship, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Wakas Aslam.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Anthony Pagano, J. Fred McLemore Memorial Scholarship, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Hannah Aslan.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Christopher Boyer, Honors Scholars Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
James Babana.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Shane Phillips, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award.
Sanya Bajaj. Brittany Bauer.
Cum laude, Fellow Sheila Raja, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award.
Brandon Benjamin.
Fellow William McCarty, Honors College Academic Excellence Award.
Swarup Bhagawatula. Vanessa Biasibetti.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Kim Moon.
Samuel Bima.
Summa cum laude, Fellow, Shailendra Pandit. Laurette Kirsten Scholarship, Ernst & Young Endowed Scholarship, State of Illinois Youth Who Excel Award, Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society.
Catherine Bobbitt.
Cum laude. Fellow, Kirsty Danielson. Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Supporting Excellence Endowment Scholarship, Transfer Merit Scholarship, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Robert Badura.
Cum laude. Fellow, Felicia Williams, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award.
Brenda Capistran.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Robert Brule.
Nicole Cardos.
Cum laude. Fellow, Sarah Hall. 2013 In-Betweens Conference Second Research Prize.
Ashley Cha.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Joanna Burdett. Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Neha Chandan.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Rana Cohen. Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honor Scholars Award, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Allison Chun.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Brian Kay. Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Sophia Chun.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Mary Jo Ledoux. Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Amy Choi.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Manshil Sodi.
Riti Chokshi.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Pauline Mackey. Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honors Academic Distinction Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Anna Chu.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Barbara Berger. Jean Christensen Memorial Scholarship, Ora Lee Sanders Scholarship, Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honor Society.
Anna Coletti.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Eleni Cassaro.
Donna Darwish. Rumiana David. Juan Delgado.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Ralph Keene.
Reina Delgado.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Paul Shuey.
Geraldine DeLiva.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Shailendra Pandit. Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society.
Janit Desai.
Summa cum laude. Fellow, Rana Cohen. Davies Scholarship, Honors Academic Distinction Award, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Purvi Desai.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Janet Richmond.
Louisa Dimopoulos.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, William Galanter. Transfer Merit Tuition Award, John Anton Scholarship.
Damian Domalesny.
Fellow, Mary Brown.
Michael Durant.
Cum laude. Fellow, Mark Grabner. Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Corinne Diesman.
Magna cum laude. Fellow, Jörg Becker. Graphic Design Talent Tuition Award, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Tess Lorette Earhart.
Cum laude. Fellow, Jane Marone. Horizon League Cross Country Athlete of the Year, Academic Female Athlete of the Year.
Taysir El Said.
Fellow, Tracy Baynard. Van Doren Scholarship.
Carlos Espin.
Cum laude. Fellow, Paul Schwab, Urban Public Policy Fellowship.
Hamlet Vaslio.
Cum laude. Fellow, Vahe Kaliskan, Association of Old Crows Northrop Grumman Cyber Security Scholarship, Honors College Tuition Award.
Rebecca Fernandez.
Cum laude. Fellow Derek Sanders.
Jahir Garzon.
Cum laude. Fellow Michael Ragazzino. Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honors College Tuition Award.
Alvin George.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Brenda Russell. Honors Scholars Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Amrit Gimir.
Cum laude. Fellow Ram Ramakrishnan. Anna Peasy Scholarship, Honors College Tuition Award, Golden Key International Honor Society.
Veronica Gomez.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Paul Preissner, School of Architecture Talent Tuition Award.
Claire Gorman.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Ellen McClure, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Dorothy Thielander Scholarship, Honors College Tuition Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Adma Gramenos.
Fellow Michael Ragazzino, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Abdelhamid Hamid.
Cum laude. Fellow Hunbai Jeon, University of Illinois President's Award, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Ian Hazeltine.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Donald Morrison, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Elizabeth Hauer.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Ronald Dubray, Honors College Tuition Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Brian Havel.
Magna cum laude. Fellow John Hetling, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society.
Alexander Hines.
Cum laude. Fellow Sing Prio Hong.
Ariel Henderson.
Fellow Lisa Froman, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award.
Charisse Hill.
Cum laude. Fellow Rosemary White Trout, Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Joshua Terry Award for Outstanding Academic Performance in Anthropology, Honors Academic Excellence Award, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Sierra Hilt.
Magna cum laude. Fellow Robert Paul Malkow, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Vanessa Hofer.
Cum laude. Fellow Petya Kostadinova.
Clara Hoffman.
Fellow John Cum Lilly.
Michael Sue.
Magna cum laude. Fellow Rana Cohen, Golden Key International Honor Society, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Kimberly Hu.
Cum laude. Fellow Jorge Girardi, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, Honors Academic Excellence Award, Honors College Advisory Board Scholarship, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Neha Iqbal.
Cum laude. Fellow David McKernan, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, Fisher Family Psychology Scholarship.
Andrea Jaramillo.
Fellow Thomas Park, Illinois Legislative Latino Caucus Foundation Scholarship, Dream Scholarship, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Catherine Jarbo.
Summa cum laude. Fellow Laura Juncker, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Arun Jayaraman.
Cum laude. Fellow Donald Chambers, Supporting Excellence Endowment Scholarship, TCF Bank Supporting Excellence Enterprise Scholarship, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Hinjal Jha.
Cum laude. Fellow Jesus Garcia Martinez, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Ariel Jordan.
Magna cum laude. Fellow Miriam Ezenwa, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship, Honors Academic Distinction Award, Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honors Society.
Allison Joyce.
Magna cum laude. Fellow Alicia Matthews, Lincoln Academy Student Laureate, President's Student Service Award, Ujirtha Bates Memorial Award, Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honor Society.
Zachary Judikas.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Oleg Bodarenko. Supporting Excellence Endowment Scholarship, BAC Scholarship, Synergy Scholarship.
Christine Katame.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Linda Bracamontes Roger, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Catherine Katsivalis.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Joanna Burdett, Honor Scholar Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Brian Kay.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Ainsworth Clark, Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Ryan Kenzoro.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Meena Rao, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Barbara Kennedy.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Philip Burton, Honors College Alumni Association Scholarship, Illinois General Assembly Scholarship, Van Hecke and Beckley Student Award, Honors College Tuition Award.
Shahina Khan.
Cum laude, Fellow Amy Shuck.
David Clowater.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Krishna Reddy, Honors Academic Distinction Award, UIAA Activities Honorary Society, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society.
David Klein.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Helen Roberts, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors Council Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Alex Kogan.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Anna Kornblue, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad.
Joanna Kapitek.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Sharbanu Fadavi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Alexis Koth.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Amy Watson.
Shruti Kumar.
Cum laude, Fellow Simon Alford, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Jian Kwan.
Cum laude, Fellow Montiel Sodi, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Kelly Lam.
Cum laude, Fellow Michael Steiff, Honors Academic Distinction Award.
Cody Lee.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Donald Chambers, Donald and Leah Riddle Prize, Thomas Beckham Memorial Award, Academic Male Athlete of the Year, In Between Conference Excellence in Research Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Danielle Leibowitz.
Cum laude, Fellow Benjamin Superfine, Sister Dorothy Drobus Award, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Tuition Award, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, UIAA Activities Honorary Society.
Emily Lelchuk.
Cum laude, Fellow Leslie Sandlow, Honors College Tuition Award.
Annie Lee.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Karen Patina, HIMSS Greater Chicago Chapter Scholarship, AHIMA Foundation Merit Scholarship, Linda Kloss Honorary Endowed Scholarship, UIAA Activities Honorary Society.
Jeff Lee.
Magna cum laude, Junwin Min is the fellow. Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Kevin Lee.
Cum laude, Fellow Mark Grabner, Student Research Forum Second Place Life Science, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Van Doren Scholarship, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Michael Leo.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Jorge Girardi, John Curtis Johnson Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Jaslyn Luckett.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Jahari Jabir, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Tuition Award, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Elena Ulchuk.
Cum laude, Fellow Evan McKenzie, Honors College Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad.
Jeffrey Lulo.
Cum laude, Fellow Lewis Wedgwood.
Crystal Luna.
Cum laude, Fellow Donald Morrison.
James Lynch.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Robin Mermelstein, Honors College Tuition Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Janki Majithia.
Cum laude, Fellow Jamie Reutman, Danish Institute Scholarship, GEMS Fellowship, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honor Society Phi Kappa Phi.
Monica Makar.
Fellow Rachel Paretsky, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award.
Kiran Malhotra.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Meena Rao, Honors General Chemistry Award, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Nancy Hirschberg Memorial Grant for Undergraduate Research, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Justina Matthew.
Cum laude, Fellow Shane Phillips, Kendall Smith Scholarship.
Mohammed Mimon.
Fellow Jeremy Lynch, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Arshella Merchant.
Fellow R. David Wirtschafter, Golden Key International Honors Society.
Peter Mikrut.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Vahe Kaliskin.
Krishna Modi.
Cum laude, Fellow Jamie Reutman, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Nancy Hirschberg Award.
Felix Morales.
Cum laude, Fellow Andreas Linninger, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Xerox Scholarship, UIC College of Engineering, SHPE Foundation General Scholarship, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honors Society.
Maria Morales.
Cum laude, Fellow Petya Kostadinova, Golden Key International Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Jamie Moy.
Fellow Ronald Dubray, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Miriam Mohammed.
Cum laude, Fellow Leslie Fung, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Department of Chemistry Gilbert Peterson Research Award.
Cindy Nahas.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Donald Chambers, Sylvia Manning Scholarship, Thomas Ekman Scholarship, Hassan Mustafa Abdallah Scholarship, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Erica Nahan.
Magna cum laude, Fellow David Featherstone, Honors College Tuition Award, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Honors College Advisory Board Scholarship, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Jonathan Nazari.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Jim Wang, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Honors Scholars Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Blessing Obioma.
Cum laude, Fellow Rajul Kathari, Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, George Pullman Scholarship, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Kai O'Connell.
Fellow Petya Kostadinova, Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Research, In Between Conference Third Prize, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Mazuza Omar.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Shannon Zank, Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honor Society, Golden Key International Honor Society.
Elizabeth Page.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Pauline Mackey, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Ride Pandya.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Rana Cohen, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, UIC Student Research Forum First Place Social Science, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Harun Papa.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Thomas Royston, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors Academic Distinction Award, Honors College Tuition Award, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honors Society.
Ashutosh Patel.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Anna Lizakowski, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, CASMI Scholarship, Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Chandani Patel.
Cum laude, Fellow Amy West, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Dharmik Patel.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Suzanne McCrutcheon, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Hina Patel.
Cum laude, Fellow Stephanie Crawford.
Malika Patel.
Cum laude, Fellow Ronald Dubray, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Nieti Patel.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Laura Anderson. Perrine Summer Research Award, Honors Council Award, Inder P. and Uma Batra Memorial Physics Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Priyanka Patel.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Meena Rao. Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honor Scholars Award, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Pruta Patel.
Fellow Emily Miner.
Takshaka Patel.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Leslie Sandlow, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Adam Pena.
Fellow Randall Dahl, Honors College Tuition Award, Winifred Gellard Memorial Undergraduate Award in Economics, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Jessica Guiley Pena.
Cum laude, Fellow Amy West, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Michael Perlman.
Cum laude, Fellow Isit Koskun, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Bernard Curtin Scholarship.
Matthew Peasley.
Fellow Laura Anderson, Herbert E. Perrin Scholarship, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, UIC Student Research Forum, 2nd place.
Truk Fan.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Mike Steiff, Herbert A. Perrin Award for Excellence in Chemistry.
James Pinkle.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Natasha DeVroya, IEEE EMC Society Chicago Chapter Scholarship, Sargent and Lungy Scholarship, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society.
Sarah Poole.
Cum laude, Fellow Geraldine Gorman.
Faison Kadir.
Cum laude, Fellow Helen Roberts. Sylvia Safran Memorial Award, General Assembly Scholarship Tuition Waiver, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Neha Rao.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Leslie Sandlow, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Chavi Rastogi.
Fellow Sarah Wiesenbach.
Cameron Rathton.
Fellow Roy Plotnick, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Abhi Reddy.
Fellow Brenda Russell, UIC FMC Award of Excellence, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Alain Refer.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Gilbert Bassett, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society.
Evelyn Roback Navarro.
Fellow Barbara Jericho, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Josephine Rebledo.
Cum laude, Fellow Robert Gruhl, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Rafael Robles.
Cum laude, Fellow Sarah Dunn, Talent Tuition Award, College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts.
Ariana Rodriguez.
Cum laude, Fellow Mary Jo Ledoux, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award.
Renee Ronzone.
Cum laude, Fellow Mitchell Hendrickson.
Sharina Queenie Ruiz.
Cum laude, Fellow Aixa Alfonso, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Thomas Ruiz.
Fellow Jeremy Lynch.
Samreen Samad.
Cum laude, Fellow David Featherstone, Honors College Student Engagement Grant.
John Saman.
Cum laude, Fellow David Featherstone.
Gayatri Sanku.
Fellow William Kling, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Olivia Santiago.
Cum laude, Fellow Amy West.
Ta Sa.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Timothy Murphy, Honors Academic Distinction Award, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Sagar Shah.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Janet Richmond, UIC Student Research Forum, First Place, Social Sciences, Mark Wyatt Award, Honors College Alumni Association Scholarship, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Varun Shah.
Fellow Hayat Aniyuksal, Honors Scholars Award.
VD Shah.
Fellow Aixa Alfonso.
Alvina Shaikh.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Randall Jaffe, National Society of Collegiate Scholars, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Farhan Shaikh.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Scott Shippey, Anna Peasy Scholarship, Honors College Tuition Award.
James Shine.
Cum laude, Fellow Nicholas Huggett, Nina T. Shepard Study Abroad Scholarship, Honor Scholar Award, Dean Scholarship for Study Abroad, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Zainab Shirazi.
Cum laude, Fellow Meena Rao, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Afra Siddiqui.
Cum laude, Fellow Sarah Hall.
Sundeep Singh.
Summa cum laude, A. Simon Pickard is the Fellow, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, National Society of Collegiate Scholars, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Christine Solans.
Cum laude, Fellow Teresa Orenick.
Sabrina Solar.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Gregory Matosian, Honors Academic Excellence Award, Golden Key International Honors Society, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Deja Spikes.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Von Eugene Nevitt, TCF Bank Scholarship, Women's Leadership and Resource Center Tuition Award, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Hari Sridhar.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Donald Chambers, UIC Cancer Center Research Forum Poster Prize, Competition Award, UIC Bioengineering Student Journal Best Student Paper Award, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society.
Justin Staana.
Fellow Tom Driver.
Sarah Sternard.
Fellow Matthew Linneberry, Chancellor Student Service and Leadership Award, UIC Athletics Academic Silver Team, Golden Key International Honor Society.
Kayla Stuland.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Rebecca Lind, Academic Female Athlete of the Year, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Javier Suarez.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Aisha Alfonso, President's Award Program Honors Scholarship, Honors Society of Phi Kappa Phi, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Ayman Tabani.
Cum laude, Fellow Kirsty Danielson.
Rosemary Tagari.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Gail Mahadi, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Anna Peasy Educational Support Award, Honors Academic Distinction Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Michael Tam.
Fellow Hunbei Jeon, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant.
Evan Taylor.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Danny Martin, CCSB Black History Maker, College of Education Dean's Merit Award, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, Sister Dorothy Dobris Scholarship, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Shivam Tucker. Ines Tora.
Fellow Andrew Johnson, Honors Undergraduate Research Grant, Math Physics Faculty Scholarship, Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honors Society.
William Udziela.
Fellow Catherine Warpea, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, Honors Academic Excellence Award, Golden Key International Honors Society.
Sabrina Valdespino Hayden.
Cum laude, Fellow Kara Morgan Short, LAS Undergraduate Research Initiative Award, National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Gabriela Valencia.
Cum laude, Fellow Catherine Zinser, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, Nancy Hirschberg Grant for Undergraduate Research, Lauris Scholarship.
Abigail Vanderheiden.
Fellow Joshua Mursky.
Daniela Varela.
Cum laude, Fellow David Schaafsma.
Benjamin Vasquez.
Cum laude, Fellow David Featherstone, American Society of Hematology Abstract Achievement Award, Honors College Tuition Award, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Sabrina Velez.
Cum laude, Fellow Mitchell Reutemann, Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, University of California, Irvine, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, Tau Sigma National Honor Society.
Zubair Bora.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Randall Dahl, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Sergio Villaseñor.
Cum laude, Fellow Linda Bracamontes Roger, Honors College Tuition Award.
Amanda Vivo.
Fellow Miguel Gonzalez Miller.
Michelle Vu.
Magna cum laude, Fellow Alan Schwartz, Iota Sigma Pi Outstanding Young Woman in Chemistry Award, UIC CIEE Diversity Fund Award, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Mustafa Wahid.
Cum laude, Fellow Jeremiah Abiadi.
Richard Walsh.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Donald Morrison. Konorovsky Scholarship, Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Shoma Webster.
Cum laude, Fellow Jamie Reutemann. Gilman Scholarship, Anna Pizzi Study Abroad Scholarship, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, Golden Key International Honor Society.
Michael Wendorf.
Summa cum laude, Lisa Anderson Shaw is the Fellow, Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society.
Admasu Wandamagan.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Timothy Keiterling, Chancellor's Undergraduate Research Award, the Phi Beta Kappa Society.
Aziz Yakubu.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Shantanu Dutt, Honors College Tuition Award, Sargent and Lundy Scholarship.
Jardin Youssef.
Fellow Christine Wu.
Amina Youssef Akinbo.
Cum laude, Fellow Catherine Ryan.
Jonathan Lee.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Donald Chambers, Honors College Undergraduate Research Grant, the Phi Beta Kappa Society, Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi.
Riley Parrish.
Summa cum laude, Fellow Nicholas Huggett.
One more time. Congratulations to all of you. Now I invite to the podium Dr. Wei-Ching Chang, Associate Professor of Communication and Honors College Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. She is going to present the Donald and Leah Riddle Prize.
Thank you, Dean Bartons. The Donald A. Lee Riddle Prize, which was endowed by the late former Chancellor Riddle and his wife, is the top honor given to a UIC graduate campus-wide each year. It recognizes both academic achievement and leadership. This year's recipient is Cody Lee, who graduated in December summa cum laude with a dual degree in biochemistry and in Spanish. Cody graduated with a perfect 4.0 grade point average and is a member of Phi Beta Kappa. He has won numerous prestigious awards, including the Thomas Bacon Memorial Award and the Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award. He served as an undergraduate research assistant in the Center for Drug Discovery and Development, and his capstone research on the use of the negative in the Spanish language won first place at the 2015 In-Between Conference. And he still made time to coordinate funding for UIC's annual dance marathon and to serve as captain of UIC's cross-country team. Cody will begin his medical studies at the University of Illinois Chicago College of Medicine this fall. Congratulations, Cody Lee.
Each year, graduating seniors compete to give the senior address at tonight's event. This year's winner is Abhinav Reddy, who has excelled in intellectual achievement, advanced research, and leadership. He will graduate cum laude with a degree in bioengineering. During his 3 years at UIC, Abhinav served as the president of undergraduate student government and as chair of the Honors College Advisory Board's academic committee. He worked in the laboratory of neurologist Dr. Jeffrey Loeb, where he's been studying neuroregulins, proteins important to the development of the nervous system, which is the basis for his capstone. Abhinav has earned numerous awards and scholarships, recognizing his leadership and service. Next year, he will begin his graduate studies at Harvard University in computational biology and quantitative genomics. It is indeed an honor to introduce tonight's student speaker, Abhinav Reddy.
Good evening, everyone. So, the other night, I was trying to come up with a single word that would best describe graduation day, and one 4-letter word kept coming to mind: fear. No longer are we children playing in the playground, teenagers hanging out in the locker bay, talking to our friends, or even young adults going out to bars for the first time. No longer will the greatest challenge in our day be learning our ABCs, or SOHCAHTOA, or even the classical theories of classical conditioning. We have to face the real world, a world of daily careers and returning student loan debt and paying off mortgages. Now, while it may seem like all we have to look forward to is fear in every corner we look, we often forget that with each and every one of those challenges comes a new form of joy. Having a career means that you have an income that you can spend when and where you want. Paying off student loan debts means that you've made it through the struggle that is college, and you walked across the stage today proudly holding that diploma. And finally, paying off a mortgage is just yet another reminder that you have a loving family and home. Now, while graduating may seem like a fearful plunge into the unknown, we have to keep reminding ourselves of the whole new world of fulfilling experiences that we have just opened ourselves up to. And while studying and cramming for tests may be replaced with deadlines at work, and while stumbling through our first real relationships is replaced with nurturing lifetime partnerships, we can never let fear control what we do in life. Yes, up till now, there's always been a framework for what you're supposed to do. In middle school, it was to get good grades. In high school, it was to do that and to tack on extracurriculars. In college, they told you find the right major, do the right extracurriculars, get enough experience outside, and people always told you what to do. But now what? The fact that there's no structured next step might seem like a fearful proposition. Do you go to grad school? Do you work? Do you take some time off maybe? What do? Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You will make mistakes. You will stumble and trip and fall here and there, because at the end of the day, you will find your own way, and you will stand proud of what you have accomplished. And guess what? In some way, you've already done that once before. You may have thought you knew what you were getting into when you came to college, but I think I can safely say for all of us that I didn't expect what I got here, and look at us now. We all went through college out on our own, and we came together here at the end together. Now, out of anyone out there, you all sitting here are uniquely poised to rise to that occasion. While you may have learned about history or biochem or finance or a myriad of other subjects while you were here, the most valuable thing you learned here actually came to you from the Honors College, whether or not you realized it. Yes, the secret ingredient that all of you in this room possess is that you have learned how to learn. You picked your major and learned everything you could about that subject, but it's the Honors College that pushed you to apply what you learned through your internships, through your critical thinking-based honors courses, and even through research in your own field. You learned how to look at something new and tackle it and thrive in your pursuit of the answer. So take that weapon and break down the fear that is holding you back. When you look back at these past few years at UIC, remember all of the mistakes you made and the triumphs that you have overcome because you have given that unique perspective and applied it in your life. Whenever you feel the grip of fear holding you back, remember all those days that you and your friends huddled around a whiteboard in the library studying for an exam that you ended up acing. Whenever you are faced with a problem that you can't solve, remember, be inquisitive and look for new things from a new perspective, because no challenge is too big for a fearless person. Don't stand in the shadows of fear, because as of today, you can truly say you shine bright as a UIC flame. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Abby. That was great. And now I welcome to the podium Arlene Norsum, longtime friend of the college, Vice President of the University of Illinois Alumni Association, and Associate Chancellor of Alumni Relations. She will introduce this evening's alumni speaker. Thank you.
Allow me to add my congratulations from your Alumni Association, the largest living alumni body in the United States. As a fellow graduate of this campus, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you now certified smart persons to the class of 2015. In a moment, I have the privilege of introducing the alumni speaker, but I just can't resist the opportunity to give you one suggestion to overcome your fear and one piece of advice. I faced a great fear recently. I was talking with my 4-year-old granddaughter who was certain I could find her exactly the right Lego Friends set she wanted. And I was afraid because I had tried 19 different internet sites. And so when you're afraid, I suggest you talk to a 4-year-old who will tell you, never give up, Nama. And on the 20th internet site, we found it. Wisdom for the ages. Find your passion, never give up. And I'm going to introduce you now to someone who did exactly that. One of over 5,000 Honors College alumni, Dr. Rajiv Garg earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences in the year 2000. He was a member of the first class of the GPPA medicine students and went on to complete his medical degree at the U of I College of Medicine in 2004. He did his residency in neurology and then completed a fellowship in neurocritical care, both at Northwestern University. Already the author of numerous articles on the treatment of intracerebral hemorrhage, Dr. Garge currently practices at Rush University Medical Center, where he is an assistant professor. Please welcome one of your own, an accomplished and committed UIC Honors College alumnus, Dr. Rajiv Garg.
Thank you very much for that warm introduction, and thank you again for the invitation to celebrate with the class of 2015. I have to admit, I'm a little depressed hearing the number of years I spent in school from that a little while ago, but it was definitely worth it. It's been almost 20 years since I first walked into this university. I grew up in a provincial town about 100 miles southwest of Chicago. Our population was around 5,000. The principal of my elementary school, he actually was the town mayor. His brother, he was the town sheriff. And on snowy winter days, it was the school superintendent who drove our long yellow school buses to make sure his district's kids got to school and back home safely. My one claim to fame growing up was being the ethnic diversity of my school up until I graduated high school. As you can imagine, life was simple, but every story has an adventure, and for me, that day began when I became a student of the Honors College here at UIC. I remember walking into an alphabet soup of abbreviations on orientation, meal cards at SCE, class registration at BH, laboratory cards at SES, and computer orientation at SSB. Believe it or not, I even had my first try with another acronym, WWW. Yes, UIC was my first try with the World Wide Web. I even remember getting lost into my first class at the Behavioral Sciences building. I still will never understand the design of that building to this day. And to top it off, I was living in this bustling metropolitan city where culture, science, and the arts were exploding from every corner. I'm sure there are many experiences that you would, and maybe with your parents here today, would not want to share about your student years. I remember mornings were a chore waking up to that annoying alarm clock in order to make it out to my 7 a.m. lab session or discussion. I remember some classes were so stimulating, I felt inspired to pursue a whole new career. And others were so complicated that I came back to my dorm room questioning whether I might make it through another year. And between it all, I would try to squeeze in my meetings with HCAB and the Society of Future Physicians. And then there was finals week, where I was really glued to my desk, chomping away at a saucy Greektown gyro at 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to memorize that Krebs cycle. From the smiles in the audience, I can tell things haven't changed much here. Your true experiences as Honor College students go beyond these everyday routines. The day you walked into these doors was the day that you started your own adventure. You took the challenge to expand your mind to a body of knowledge you never knew. Suddenly, you started to analyze and question all that wisdom that you learned growing up. Parents, I mean this in the best of ways. And you acquired new skills that today you probably could do without much thought. It was through your exposure to the arts and sciences that you started to debate with your closest friends the fundamental questions we all ask ourselves about life. And along the way, you started to develop an interest in a particular field, one that fueled your brain and energized your soul. Yes, all of you today completed the requirements to graduate. But even more important is something that all of you did without even knowing. You became scholars. This commencement ceremony is more than just recognizing your completion of an undergraduate degree. It's a badge of honor that marks your beginning of scholarship. And this responsibility to scholarship really does not end today. It should continue for the rest of your life. Every morning, I awoke in my dorm room to the sight of a dark blue UIC banner that hung high atop a flag post outside my window. Inscribed in bold letters were 4 words: teach, research, serve, and care. It is upon these 4 cornerstones that all of you received a world-class education by dedicated faculty. This institution has always strived to create the lifelong learners of tomorrow. My friends, you are these individuals. I can promise that the road that lies ahead will not be easy, but one filled with many challenges. The knowledge, wisdom, and skills you've gained within these walls will be the foundation for your success in the future. But as time changes, so do the problems that we all face. I would have never imagined as a graduating student the issues we face in society today. Questions about terrorism, civil rights, and healthcare are more prevalent than ever. Your commitment to scholarship, your commitment to being lifelong learners will be the key to helping society overcome these challenges. After today, you will be starting a new chapter in your life. Some of you will be pursuing careers, others starting graduate school, and still some exploring other vocations. In any case, you will be carrying throughout your lives those experiences that became part of you in the Honors College at UIC. My life and career today is in large part due to my experiences at this institution. I owe tremendously to this university and to the outstanding faculty who are here with you today, many of whom were my own professors. My presence here is not as some poster child for the school. Heaven only knows the number of times I was called in the dean's office. Take my presence here today as an example of what a small-town guy who never used the internet did with the liberal arts education he received through the Honors College. Sure, it takes many sleepless nights and many more long, tiring days, but with hard work and dedication, anything is achievable. Your presence here is a testament to your determination to face the challenges of the future. Now, I know that every good speaker is supposed to end their speech with some enlightening philosophical quote to inspire the graduating class. I was just a biology major, so here's one from a less than famous philosopher. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Graduates, you are more than ready to take that road of life. Stand tall, stand proud. You're graduates of the Honors College, you're graduates of UIC. My deepest congratulations. Best of luck to each and every one of you.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Students, that's the kind of success you have to look forward to. And now we come to our final speaker, and that's me. I get to say a few words to you. You've probably forgotten it, but on the day I met you for the first time, which was at your admissions interview 4 years ago, I told you that I wanted you to come to UIC and join the Honors College at UIC if you were the kind of committed, engaged, excellent student who wanted to come here and make the Honors College and make UIC a better place. You've done it. Thank you very much. You have represented academic excellence all over this campus, in classes, in student org meetings, in interactions with students, faculty, staff, and administrator. You have made UIC, you have made the Honors College a better place, and I thank you. In the printed program, the audience can see many of your impressive academic honors, but what they can't see is your extra and co-curricular activities, those things that you did for your honors activity every single semester. You volunteered for socially responsible projects in the community, like Project Esteem, where you helped at-risk children learn science through experiments. You played key leadership roles in student government and other organizations, like Abby Reddy, who was the student government president, and like Danielle Leibovitz, who was the student trustee. You started and led student organizations like Kimberly Hu, treasurer of the UIC Sailing Club, and yes, we have a sailing club. Sometimes you wrote plays or musical scores, or you designed theater sets for your honors activity. Sometimes you conducted research that contributed to basic science, to medical advances, and to worthwhile applied social issues. And you have completed the honors capstone thesis, meaning that you accomplished an independent piece of scholarship in your field and you presented it publicly. One of you, Senior Rhiannon Muncaster, said this about the capstone experience, and I quote, "Although it was difficult at times, the work required of me to complete my capstone project has helped me in expanding my research experience and solidifying my interest in pursuing further education after I get my bachelor's." Now I'd like to highlight a few examples of your impressive senior projects by reading some of your capstone thesis titles. So first, we have Poetry in Being by Emily Litton. Costa Rica, A Macroeconomic Perspective by Alan Reifer. Alan has a fan club. The Influence of Vacuum-Assisted Suspension on the Energetic Cost of Walking in Lower Limb Amputees by Tess Earnhardt. The Rise and Fall of House Sparrows, a dietary study on the feeding habits of sparrows by Joanna Metzger. Examination of Emotion Regulation and Emotion Processing in Generalized Social Anxiety Disorder by James Lynch. The Potential Influence of Plasma Volume Change on Fluid Retention During Rehydration by Dana Darwish. An Unevadable Alarm Clock by Abdul Yakubu. The Effects of Music on Student Stress and Anxiety by Evelyn Roback Navarro. Legal Brief and Argument for the Cook County Circuit Court of Appeals by Mirjana Abu Khalil. Rebrutalizing Brutalist Architecture by Daria Pykos. The Influence of Platonism on the Early Latin Church Fathers of the 3rd and 4th centuries CE by Archie Lynn. Jurors' Political Orientation Affects Their Punishment Decisions for Juvenile Offenders by Serene Abuzir. Genomic Mutation Analysis of High Nitric Oxide Adapted Human Cancer Cells Compared to Parent Cells by Crystal Luna. You can clearly see the great diversity in our students' work. Now, what are these talented students going to do next with the intellectual, social, and leadership experiences provided by their UIC honors education? I want to give you a few examples. James McGinty is going to pursue a PhD in archaeology. Tommy Ruiz will be going to the Illinois College of Optometry. Danielle Leibovitz will teach high school math in the Chicago Public Schools. Then she's going to go to graduate school in educational policy. David Clawwitter will work for Mackey Consultants as a civil engineer. Justina Matthew will work as a physical therapy aide at Lutheran General Hospital while she's pursuing her Doctor of Physical Therapy degree at UIC. Neha Chandan will work toward a master's in public health while engaging in health-related field work abroad before she enters medical school at UIC. Hannah Aslan will attend the John Marshall Law School with the Edward T. Lee Full Tuition Scholarship. Joshua Vishut will become an audit associate at PricewaterhouseCoopers. And Michael Perlman will go to the University of Notre Dame for a PhD in mathematics, having received a university fellowship. I could go on and on and on with impressive examples just like those. The point is that every single one of you are incredibly accomplished, and you will all have wonderful careers and wonderful lives ahead of you, lives that will be built upon that strong foundation that the UIC Honors College gave you. Okay, last thing. Upon the occasion of your impending graduation, I will offer a little bit of advice. It's hard to give advice without seeming cliche, but I'm going to ask you to humor me for about 5 minutes, because we people who are about twice as old as you always think our experiences have taught us something important. And they have. So listen. First, don't spend your entire life living only for what comes next. Enjoy what's in front of you at every step along the way. Second, take advantage of every good opportunity that comes your way. Do not be afraid to take some risks, but have sense enough to recognize the difference between a good and a bad risk. Third, try your best at everything that you do, just as you've done over the past 4 years. But don't get paralyzed by perfection. Sometimes good enough is good enough. Fourth, enjoy what you are doing. And if you stop enjoying it, have the guts to stop doing it. Working hard can bring you great, great joy, but only if you like what you're doing, if you're supported while you're doing it, and if you're suited to it. Fifth, be bold. Be self-confident. Believe in yourself. Speak up if you see a problem, if you see an injustice. Do the right thing always, no matter what. Be an ethical leader. Sixth, think before you speak, or before you send an email, or a tweet, or a text. Seventh, if you're prone to be a chronic worrier, and you know who you are, stop it. Don't lose a moment of your life worrying about things you cannot change. Instead, focus very calmly on those things you can change. And you ought to recognize where this one's headed, since I am a professor of psychology. Invest in therapy. There's not a single person alive who wouldn't benefit from some of it, because therapy teaches you about yourself, it teaches you about others, it teaches you how to interpret your surroundings in a way that will make you much happier, and it will make those around you much happier. Eighth, don't forget the values that you learned in the UIC Honors College. As former Honors College Dean Lon Kaufman used to say at this convocation every year, quote, "There are many paths to success in life, but all of the truly successful paths are paved with kindness and service to others." His certainly has been. Finally, after you leave the Honors College, don't forget the Honors College. You've benefited from the added value provided by the Honors College activities, by scholarships, classes, advisors, and so on. As a result, you are uniquely positioned now to serve as a role model and a mentor for future students. And in a couple of years at least, you will be well positioned to serve as a donor, giving scholarships to students who wouldn't otherwise have the experience that you just had over the past 4 years. So please stay connected. In closing, I'm going to give you the words of Senior Michelle Vu, who said, quote, "I absolutely love the UIC Honors College. Even from the start at the Honors College picnic, I felt a loving community in the Honors College. I've met some of my best friends through the college, and they have been there for me. I can't believe how many people in the Honors College have completely changed my life. So, look around you right now. Look at the people sitting next to you. Look at all those friendships you've made, and take great care to maintain them for the rest of your life." Before we adjourn, I want to thank many people for tonight's ceremony, including Chancellor Emeritus, Provost Gislason, and the UIC Commencement Committee, who always ensure that the tradition of the Honors College Convocation continues. Thank you, Ms. Primo, Dr. Garg, and everyone else who's joined me tonight up here on this podium. Special thanks also to the Honors College students and staff members, especially Associate Dean Stacy Williams and Honors Advisor Stephanie O'Leary, who's over there, for making this wonderful event happen. And thanks, do we have captioners tonight? We have subtitles. I usually thank the captioners, so I will thank the subtitles. And of course, thanks all of you graduates and your family and your friends and everyone who came with you tonight for sharing this evening with us. So once again, congratulations to the graduates, the class of 2015. Now, a couple of important instructions. Graduates, after you march out, you're going to come right back in here for your class photo. That'll take about 10 or 15 minutes. Family members and guests, we invite you to go ahead and exit after the platform party and the students has left. The students are going to join you after they get their picture taken. All right, now we're going to exit the stage in the order in which we arrived. The flag bearers will go first, the platform party will go, the faculty, and then the students. And as we exit, I'm going to invite Dr. Garg to carry the alumni banner and precede the Honors College banner and the students as a way of celebrating your new status as Honors College alumni and alumni. Thank you all very, very much, and the best of luck to the UIC Honors College class of 2015.